Okay, picture this. It's late September 2025. We're in Berlin.
Right.
The air is crisp, biting almost, and the energy is just, it's frantic. You've got 55,000 runners pounding the pavement.
A literal sea of people.
It is a sea of spandex, sweat, adrenaline. And somewhere in that crush of humanity, there is one man. He's got sunglasses on, a headband, and he's moving at a pace that tells you he is not there for a participation medal.
He's serious.
He's blending in, but moving like a machine. He crosses the finish line. He looks up at the clock. The time is blistering. 2 hours, 59 minutes, and 13 seconds.
Wow.
He stops, hands on knees, catching his breath, and for just a split second, the disguise slips.
Okay.
The name on his bib says Stead Sarandos, but the face... That is global pop icon Harry Styles.
No way.
And he just ran a sub-3-hour marathon without anyone in the world noticing until right now.
That is the ultimate magic trick, isn't it? Hiding in plain sight while, performing at an absolutely elite athletic level.
It's almost unbelievable. Welcome back to our deep dive.
Today, we are really digging into the stories that are shaping the cultural landscape of early 2026.
We are talking secret marathons, red carpet heartbreaks, and the mysteries just lingering over the music world.
And we're really trying to uncover the machinery behind all the fame. We aren't just looking at headlines. We're looking at what it actually takes to pull off a physical transformation like Harry's or
the business mechanics of a heartbreak album from someone like Olivia Rodrigo.
Exactly. And what the industry even does when a giant like Glastonbury just takes a year off.
It's going to be a busy one. On the docket today, Harry Styles' shocking physical transformation and his imminent musical return.
The Stead Sarandos era.
We're calling it that. Then the heartbreak that kicked off 2026 for Olivia Rodrigo and why David Byrne is somehow involved.
Which is a story in itself.
And finally, the lingering questions from Glastonbury 2025 that are still haunting the industry during this quiet, fallow year.
There's a strong thread here, which is this tension between privacy and public consumption. How much are these artists keeping for themselves, and how much are they selling?
Let's start with the headline that has everyone talking. Harry Styles... or should I say, Stead Sarandos, crushing the Berlin Marathon.
Right.
Now, I consider myself reasonably fit. I go for a jog now and then. But a sub-3-hour marathon, that feels otherworldly.
It's exceptionally difficult. I think people hear marathon and just think, oh, long run.
Yeah.
But to put 2.59.13 into context, running a marathon in under 3 hours puts you in the top 1, maybe 2% of all runners. Globally.
The top 1%. That is insane for someone who isn't a professional athlete.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
The average recreational runner is hoping for 4 hours, maybe 4.5. Breaking 3 requires months of just rigorous, disciplined training.
I can't even imagine.
You have to maintain a pace of roughly 4 minutes and 15 seconds per kilometer. For 42 kilometers straight, that is not jogging. That's a sustained, uncomfortable tempo.
And he did it all while, presumably working on a new album. Sources are saying he finished in 2.59.33. That's faster than Colin Farrell, faster than Jennifer Connelly.
He's legitimately up there with the elite celebrity runners now.
For sure.
But what stands out to me isn't just the speed, it's the discipline required to do that in secret.
Right.
We know he ran the Tokyo Marathon earlier in 2025, and he clocked in under 3.5 hours there. So we knew he was running.
But to shave off over 30 minutes in just a few months, that's a massive physiological leap.
It is. You don't just wake up and drop 30 minutes off a marathon time.
No.
That implies a total lifestyle overhaul. That level of focus usually precludes, the partying lifestyle people associate with pop stars.
Good point.
You are not out at clubs until 3 a.m. if you have a 30-kilometer tempo run the next morning. It signals a real shift in his priorities, a move towards what I'd call a high-performance artist.
Can we just talk about the alias for a second? Stead Sarandos.
It's hilarious.
It's so cheeky. It's obviously a nod to the Netflix CEO, Ted Sarandos.
It has to be. And that's very Harry. It's playful. It suggests he's aware of the whole industry machine. Ted Sarandos is like the pinnacle of media content. But Harry's operating on his own terms.
It's a wink to the people who get it, but a shield against everyone who doesn't.
Totally.
There was actually a photo that surfaced after the race with the Paralympic gold medalist Richard Whitehead.
Oh, I saw that.
He captioned it, 2.58 in Berlin with my mate. Anyone know him? And it's just Harry looking sweaty and exhausted like any other runner.
And that image is so powerful.
Yeah.
It humanizes him. It strips away the Gucci suits and the feathers and just leaves the effort. It's a very smart PR move, even if it was accidental.
It builds respect. People respect sweat equity.
Exactly.
But his legs aren't the only thing getting a workout. While he's been crushing personal records, he's also been living what sounds like the plot of a rom-com in Italy.
The Roman holiday chapter.
Yes. We've got reports of Harry and actor Zoe Kravitz just taking over Rome.
This is the balance to the asceticism of the marathon training. You have the discipline in Berlin, and then you have the dolce vita in Rome.
And they've been spotted strolling hand in hand, avoiding paparazzi, really just settling into a relaxed life.
It seems pretty serious, doesn't it? I mean, they are just hiding out in a hotel.
No, they're out and about. And get this, he's got the dad's seal of approval.
Wait, really?
They had lunch in NYC with Lenny Kravitz. Can you imagine that table? Harry Styles and Lenny Kravitz.
The coolness levels are just off the charts.
Apparently, Lenny called him polite and down to earth, said he appreciates Harry's humor.
That's significant. Lenny is notoriously protective. If Harry has won him over, it signals to the industry and the fans that this is not just a casual fling. It adds a layer of stability to Harry's public image right before a major album rollout.
Which brings us to the main course. The music.
Of course.
Because you don't get in the best shape of your life just for fun. Well, maybe you do, but usually there's a goal. And on New Year's Eve, just a few weeks ago, he dropped a bomb.
A surprise video. Forever! Forever! It's a piano ballad, filmed at his last show in Reggio Emilia, Italy, way back in July 2023.
And the video ends with the text, "We belong together."
Okay.
So I have to ask the cynical question here. Is that for Zoe or is that for the fans?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And good marketing makes sure the answer is both.
Right.
It bridges the gap between his personal life, this new romance, and his relationship with his fan base, which is famously intense.
It tells the fans, "I haven't forgotten you," while also hinting at his personal happiness. It sets the stage perfectly for the new album.
Which we now know is titled Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally.
I have to say I love that title. It feels very glamorous, but slightly chaotic.
It suggests an eclectic mix. It gives him permission to do the ballads, the Kiss All the Time stuff, but also the high-energy bangers.
Disco Occasionally. The release date is confirmed for March 6th, 2026. So we are looking at a major rollout very, very soon.
And there are rumors of a massive residency at Madison Square Garden in 2026.
This is where the marathon training clicks for me. If he's planning a residency, that is physically grueling.
That's the connection. Doing a residency, performing night after night in the same venue, requires a different kind of stamina than touring.
You don't have the travel adrenaline.
Exactly. You need a base level of fitness. If he just ran a sub-3 marathon, his cardiovascular engine is at its absolute peak. He's physically prepping for something massive on stage.
So the Stead Sarandos move might have been the ultimate power play, proving to himself he can endure anything before he steps back into the spotlight.
Precisely. It's building the engine before you put the car on the track. He's not just returning, he's returning stronger.
And speaking of returning stronger, Harry's legs might be tired, but another pop star's heart is breaking.
Oof.
We'll be digging into the tears, the red dress, and the genius of Olivia Rodrigo right after this. If you are loving these Hollywood twists, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We've got even crazier stories ahead.
You do not want to miss the breakdown of the OR3 era.
Okay, we are back. While Harry is in his Roman holiday era, living la dolce vita, Olivia Rodrigo seems to be entering a very, very different phase.
Yes. If Harry is representing the triumph of discipline and love, Olivia is currently representing the raw, messy reality of heartbreak.
So the headline here is that Olivia Rodrigo and Louis Partridge have split after 2 years.
I know.
And honestly, looking at the sources, I'm a little devastated for them. They seem so solid. They were the cool, low-key couple at Wimbledon, at Glastonbury.
They were very private, which usually bodes well for longevity in this industry. But reports from The Sun and Stellar magazine confirmed the split happened weeks ago, back in December 2025.
And they're saying it was mutual but tough.
Which it always is.
And here's where it gets heartbreakingly cinematic, and I think this is why people connect with her so much.
Go on.
Olivia was spotted at Lily Allen's Christmas party in London on December 19th, literally breaking down in tears.
That's such a human moment.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that despite all the fame, she's a young woman going through a big breakup during the holidays.
Breaking down at a party is something so many people can relate to. It just pierces that veil of celebrity perfection.
Totally. I mean, crying at a party is practically a rite of passage.
Right. But most of us don't have millions of fans waiting to turn our tears into a platinum record because Let's be real. The OR3 era is upon us, and it looks red hot.
The signs are definitely there. And this is where we see the difference between person and artist. As a person, she's hurting. As an artist, she's already curating the aesthetic of that pain.
How so?
She posted a photo dump on New Year's Eve. She was wearing this vintage Y2K blue marine sequin dress, partying with friends, but the clues were very specific.
The clues, I saw this. There was a golf cart in the photo, literally labeled the album.
I mean, how much more obvious can you get?
It's not subtle. And she was wearing a red Frankie's bikini. Fans are convinced red is the color theme for the new era.
Which makes sense, right? S-Hour was purple. GTS was that kind of purplish grunge.
And red signals passion, anger.
Exactly. Red is aggressive. It's passion, anger, love, all the volatile emotions you'd associate with a breakup album.
And looking at the timing, the split happening right before the rollout of her third album, from a purely biographical standpoint, it provides a tremendous amount of material.
It's biographical gold, as they say. It sounds cynical to say it, but heartbreak sells.
It does, but it only sells if it feels authentic.
And because we know about the split, because we have these reports of her crying at the party, the music will have this inherent truth to it. The audience already knows the context.
She's also leveraging nostalgia, which is so smart. On January 5th, her official store turned into a driver's license renewal form.
With an appointment for January 8th.
The 5-year anniversary of the song.
Which was just a brilliant marketing move.
Yeah.
Driver's license launched her entire career. Calling back to it now, 5 years later, it frames her not as a new artist, but as an established star with a legacy.
It's basically saying, remember where we started, now look how far we've come.
And the payoff was even better.
Oh, the cover. She released a reimagined version of Sour Tracks. And who does she get to cover a driver's license?
David Byrne.
David Byrne, the Talking Heads legend singing driver's license.
It blew my mind.
Olivia posted that she straight up cried when she heard it.
That is such a fascinating collision of generations. Think about what that signals.
Go on.
Driver's License was dismissed by some critics at first as just a teen heartbreak song.
Sure.
Having an avant-garde legend like David Byrne interpret it, that legitimizes her songwriting in a way that goes way beyond the pop charts.
It's almost like a stamp of approval from the art world with a capital A.
It is. It says, this isn't just pop fluff, this is real composition. It puts her in a different echelon of artist. It bridges the gap between her Gen Z fan base and an older, more critical demographic, a strategic masterstroke.
So we had Harry running marathons and prepping disco tracks, and Olivia turning heartbreak into high art with David Byrne.
An interesting contrast.
But speaking of breakups and music legends, we have to talk about Glastonbury. Because even though the festival is taking a nap this year...
A fallow year, technically.
It's a fallow year. Can you explain that briefly? Why does the festival just stop?
It's purely ecological. Glastonbury is on a working dairy farm-worthy farm.
Right.
With hundreds of thousands of people trampling the ground every summer, the land gets compacted, the grass dies. They need to take a year off roughly every 5 or 6 years to let the land recover, let the cows graze, basically reset the ecosystem.
So no festival in 2026. But the drama from 2025 is still rippling out, specifically about the 1975.
This was one of the big narratives of last summer for sure. The 1975 set on the Pyramid stage was widely rumored to be a secret split.
They love a cryptic goodbye, don't they?
It's kind of their brand.
The band has this history of deleting their social media and pretending they're done, but this time felt different to a lot of people.
It did. During the song About You, Matty, Healy, and the drummer George Daniel, they embraced on stage. It was described as a moment of emotional finality.
It didn't look like, see you next tour.
No, it looked like thanks for everything.
And when you combine that with Matty Healy's personal life updates, like his engagement to model Gabriette Bechtel.
That and his comments about moving away from writing about romantic liaisons, he's referenced the drama with Taylor Swift and basically said he's not interested in that kind of songwriting anymore.
Which suggests a shift in identity. If your entire brand as a band is based on confessional, messy, romantic neurosis.
And the frontman decides he's done being neurotic and messy.
Does the band exist in the same way?
So is it a breakup? Or is it just Tuesday for the 1975?
What's your read?
My read. It's likely a hiatus as product.
What does that mean?
By creating scarcity, they increase their value. If fans think they're gone forever, the demand for a reunion just skyrockets.
It's a very savvy, if emotionally manipulative, strategy.
They just monetize the anxiety of their fan base.
That is cynical, but probably accurate. And Glastonbury 2025 had plenty of other drama, too. We had Rod Stewart headlining the Legends slot.
Right.
And finally, clearing up rumors about the Faces breakup from 50 years ago.
Which was a nice bit of historical housekeeping. He clarified he didn't quit. Ronnie Lane left first. It just shows that these band dynamics, these splits, they haunt artists for decades.
50 years later, and he still felt the need to set the record straight.
And we can't forget Skepta jumping in last minute for Deftones.
A victory lap set. It highlighted how resilient the festival is. Even when a major act cancels, the bench is so deep they can pull Skepta out to save the day.
There was also some political friction, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I remember some headlines about censorship.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of tension. Bands like Kneecap and Bob Vylan made very strong pro-Palestine and anti-government statements during their sets.
And it actually led to the BBC censoring some of the live streams to comply with broadcast regulations.
That's a tricky line to walk for a broadcaster.
It is. But it reminds us that Glastonbury is still a place for political dissent. It's not just a party, it's a platform.
But now we are facing 2026 without a Glastonbury, the dreaded fallow year.
The cows get their field back.
But that just means the rumor mill for 2027 is already spinning out of control.
Precisely. The vacuum creates hype. There is already talk of an Oasis reunion for 2027, or Harry Styles headlining, which circles right back to our first segment.
Oh, imagine that. Harry Styles, fresh off his disco album and his marathon training, headlining the return of Glastonbury in 2027.
The energy would be insane.
And that's the cycle, isn't it? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. The fallow year builds anticipation, just like Harry's hiatus built anticipation for his album.
And just like the 1975 split keeps fans guessing.
It's all connected. If you want to be the first to know when that 2027 lineup drops, or if Harry actually books it, make sure you're subscribed. We track every rumor so you don't have to.
We certainly do.
So let's recap this wild ride. We have Harry Styles running sub-3 marathons in Berlin under a fake name while secretly plotting a disco takeover.
We have Olivia Rodrigo channeling a fresh breakup into what looks like a fiery, red-themed new era, validated by legends like David Byrne, proving she's playing the long game.
And we have the music industry taking a collective breath during the Glastonbury hiatus, letting the rumors for 2027 just marinate.
It's a fascinating landscape. You have these massive stars finding different ways to cope with the pressure. Harry through physical endurance and disguise, Olivia through raw confessional art.
And the 1975 through manufactured mystery.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? In a world where we are constantly bombarded with content, where everyone is fighting for attention.
That raises the provocative thought for this deep dive.
Go for it.
We know Harry is running marathons in disguise to feel normal, or maybe elite, on his own terms. Olivia is turning private pain into public art instantly. But with 2026 being a quiet year for Glastonbury, it really asks the question. In this era of constant drops and updates, is absence becoming the ultimate luxury product?
Or are they just terrified we'll forget them if they stop running?
That's the fear that drives the machine.
But sometimes, standing still or running in secret is the most powerful move you can make.
Something to chew on while you wait for that Aura 3 drop. You've been listening to StarScope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.